What's up? What's up? What's up with y'all? What's happening? What's good with y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. It's your man Trout Wham back here with another one. Y'all know what day it is. It's December 5th, 2022 NBA betting tip show. Who-Bangin Sports Talk. Again, I am your host, Trout Wham on Twitter. Appreciate everybody for hollering at us and being up in here early, like my guy Mad Stoney. Break back is a it's bank breaking time. You dig. You dig. Hey, I love that look. I love that one, bro. I love that one. And you know you right. You know you right on that. And let's not waste any time here, bro. Oh, it's your youngest son birthday today. Hey man, tell that king, that Sagittarius king, happy birthday. My birthday, bro, is coming on Friday, bro. Hey man, we gonna be celebrating all week, me and your son, bro. Shout out to your peace, man. Shout out to Mastoni and his son, though, man. That's what's up. That's all I love, bro. My birthday Friday, so I'm excited as fuck, bro. Sagittarius, this is the real Sagittarius. You know what I'm saying? Time. You know what I'm saying? This is when the real ones are around. So I drink to that. I could definitely drink to that, my brother. So yeah, let's start off with it, man. Let's get right to it. Let's get right at it, man. The Clippers going on the road to play the Hornets. Hornets are underdogs, 4-point underdogs so far. Let me make sure I keep this updated as well. That way we won't make any issues here, bro. We won't have any issues. We got updated lines here. Let's look at this shit. And I'm going to use fuck. Who can I use right now? I could just use Bovada, I guess. I should have went to bet online, but I'm gonna just use Bovada for now. Neither here nor there. So right now, yeah, they are still 4-point underdogs. It's totals at 216 and a half still from when I originally capped it. So that's where it still sits at right now. And again, appreciate everybody for hopping in here with me. JT, what's happening with you, King? You already know, bro. Yes, sir. You already know. And yes, sir, you already know, man. Stone. It's always love, bro. It's always love, King. You already know. But yeah, so Wheelchair and Paul George might be in here though, y'all. Wheelchair and Paul George might be in here. Um, the Hornets are looking as we expected though. So let's talk about that. Like we got in on the 36 and a half season wins with the Hornets. They started off pretty good, playing really good defense and offense, being really solid there. As soon as LaMelo comes gets out, everything comes back crashing down. Seems like the agenda is to go after Victor Wembanyama, which is the 7-foot Frenchman scheduled it's projected to be the number one overall pick. Seemed like they on the hunt for him. So it looked like the Hornets are in that time spot. Let's talk about the Clippers, though. Wheelchair, we talked about he might play today. Game time decision. Paul George, game time decision. I think Paul George is more impact than Kawhi. Obviously, Kawhi, it is Kawhi's team. Paul George made sure he said that before the season started, so he did put the emphasis there. Clippers so far this year, they were up and down on the defensive side of things. What's been consistent is that they have turnover issues, bro. They're 27th in the turnover percentage this year. The Hornets actually are really good at getting points off the turnover. Hornets are number 5 in points off the turnover this far this season, number 2 in the last 5 games, bro. I hope PG is in too, KC. And shout out to the Queen, KC. Appreciate you, girl, hollering at us, being up in here. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all already know. And if you haven't already, anybody like and subscribe, hit the notification button. Y'all don't know when I'm gonna jump in, hop in there, or some random shit. So yeah, that's how we doing it there. So this game, I don't want to take the Hornets, but it does seem like this is a good spot for them to be able to do it. Let's talk about the last 10 years in this meeting, though, bro. Like, as far as the Hornets, bro, they only won and covered twice out of the last 10 years against the Clippers, bro. It was in 2017 in November, and it was in 2014 in January. Those are the only times in the last 10 years that they won and covered against the Clippers. This is a win and cover spot. When you get about 4, this is like 2 possessions, this is a win and cover spot. You know what I mean? So I can only think that the Hornets, if they do have a chance, they are going to win and cover. They're going to make it a third time in the last 10 years. You know what I'm saying? That they're able to pull that off. That's pretty interesting there. Shout out to my boy DJ Big Boss, my guy, the big boss of the Who-Bangin Sports Talk. My man right there. Shout out to Ocean. We appreciate you. We appreciate you as well. KC, what she said after those 2 Clipper losses, man, hey, man, that's crazy, bro. Those are crazy. So, and you know what? Those was crazy. The Clippers did come off a terrible loss And you gave me some good information as well there, Casey. I did write this down. The Clippers right now are 3-7 after a loss. 3-7 ATS after a loss. I believe it's 5-5 even on the straight up side of things. But after a loss, they haven't been able to cover. You know what I'm saying? 3-7 in the 10 opportunities that they had. So I don't know, bro, how to call this game, to be honest with you. If I'm thinking anything, I said it 2 years. It's been two times that they won and covered the Hornets. I wouldn't be surprised if they win and cover here, especially even if they get Paul George and Kawhi back. Might be able to get them on a good covering spot. But the guys over there suck, bro. The Hornets suck. They are looking to tank. Maybe having them to win is some sketchy shit. I don't want to bet this. This is the reason why I didn't bet it. But if you give me free money to bet, I'm probably thinking the Hornets here. That's where I would put it. I don't trust the Clippers. I think their defense sucks. And again, if you're already turning over the ball at a high rate and you're playing one of the top teams that get converting those turnovers 2 points, and you have these guys struggling on shooting the ball, like you got guys shooting terrible over there in Rozier and as far as Oubre, those guys can figure out a way to get some momentum by getting that done on the offensive side in transition against this team that just got guys coming back that's probably not trying to give it their all on the defensive side of things. We'll see, but I'm not. I'll bet against those motherfuckers. So that's how I feel about that game. Let's go to this next game here. The Bucks at Magic. Right now, I believe it's sitting at 9.5. I think it's at 9.5. And I'll probably obviously gonna hear my son in the background, bro. He gonna drop the dad ass and things of that nature. Because you know what I'm saying? It's a dad man back there. But yeah, man. So 9.5 for the Magic on the road. I'm sorry, for the Bucks on the road as favorites here. 225.5 is where the total sits. We got some interesting stuff to look into on this game though, because it's Kawhi and those boys playing. I'm sorry, not Kawhi, but it's Greek Freak and them boys playing. I'm showing that he's available and off the injury report in some spots. I'm showing that he's game time decision on other spots. I don't know where to make it. I don't know, what to be considered reliable information right now as far as Giannis. He didn't play the last game. Why would you just jump out there to beat a team that you already been owning countless times? I mean, the only time that I feel like they caught these guys off guard was in the playoffs in the bubble, where they were able to beat and win outright. After that, they got swept to the Bucks. So as far as the Magic, they got guys obviously out of the lineup that's going to be out for a while. As far as Isaac, who's haven't played yet, you got Wendell Carter Jr. as well. That's interesting. Now, boss, why are you trying to do this, bro? Why are you trying to do this? Lakers don't even play today. I wasn't even going to try to talk about this, but as soon as you put that in there, I gotta talk my shit. Why you want me to? Why you want me to do all that, bro? Come on, brother. Come on, brother. I'm trying to stay on a straight and arrow here. So Giannis might come back. Key players maybe even coming back as well. I think you have Middleton already announced out, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's kind of something that we already have information on. I think we do know that. I think we do know that Middleton is out. So, all right, cool. So, if Middleton is already out, the only issue that we have is that I believe Brooke Lopez may be game time decision as well. Let me double check. We gotta look at this shit real quick. He may be game time decision as well. So, yeah, you know what though? I gotta see this injury report on this one just because I don't want to bet this team. So yeah, Brooke Lopez game time decision. Chris Middleton is game time decision. But again, there's been conflicting reports out there, bro. Like I don't really know. Like so Middleton probably probable. Let me double check. Look, you gotta cross reference this shit, bro. You gotta cross reference it. It's only right. So yeah, Chris Middleton probable. Brooke Lopez questionable here. And let me double check there. Oh yeah, so nobody on the side that okay, cool. All right. So Pablo Banchero, his point total is set at 18.5 points. He's probably going to get a lot of run today against the Bucks, especially if Giannis doesn't play. That helps him a whole lot because that's probably somebody that was going to guard him. You're getting Bobby Portis, who's probably not, he's going to play second fiddle at a good rate, on the defensive side of the ball. So he still will be able to defend Paulo, but I do like the matchup better with him than it is with Giannis. But he's went over this 18.5 points, 76% of the season so far. I think that is a good look there, but I just don't want to jump on it until we get some more news there. My boy said drink water, bro. He said drink water. Hey, I got some right here. I got some water, bro. Hey, they tripping. They tripping with the 18 and a half. I think he gonna definitely still play in garbage time, KC. That's why I like that 18 and a half look. That's one of the things I've written down. I kind of standing out to me in this game. If I'm thinking anyway there, so I agree with you there. And yeah, man, I really don't have too much in this game. I was talking to my sister earlier. She was kind of trying to talk me into the Bucks first half. I'm like, nah, I don't know. I don't think I could jump in on the Bucks first half in this spot. If Giannis is playing, maybe Middleton playing, maybe. But they've been actually bad in the first half. Before the Laker game, it was 3-7-1, but right now it's 2-8. The last 10 first half as they play. So I don't want to jump on the Bucks first half because they're not really been covering in that spot. So again, the Magic sucks though, bro. Another team that's probably going after Victor Wembanyama, but they may not be able to get them if I'm not mistaken. So neither here nor there. Another team that I don't want to get involved with as far as the Magic, but the Bucks. We got to see what's going on with the injury report. Next game, here we go, man. Let's talk about it. The Celtics on the road, off of back to back, coming to going through customs, going to Canada. You know what I'm saying? To play the Raptors, and now they're underdogs. How many times have we seen the underdogs? How many times have we seen this team underdogs, bro? Haven't seen them like that, but we have seen them off of back to back before. We've seen them 4 times coming off of back to back. They won every time, and they covered 3 out of those 4 times. Marcus Smart is possibly going to be in the lineup. Malcolm Brogdon now questionable. Malcolm Brogdon was killing, bro. What I wrote down here was crazy, and I had to say this because the last 7 games he was shooting 64% from three-point makes, like just going crazy. And the whole team right now is shooting 43.9 from three over the last 7 games. The whole team has been crazy. The whole team has been cooking. You're getting them at a spot that they're underdogs. The books are telling us to take this team, take the Celtics. What Ocean said right here, Celtics money line. The books are telling us to take the Celtics. The books are just screaming that shit at us. They screaming it at us, bro. Customs no joke. Hey, KC, customs ain't no joke. Customs ain't no joke. You feel me? That customs ain't no joke. They are screaming this shit at us, bro. Take the Celtics. Take the Celtics today. Bro, why would we do that? Why would we do that? Because obviously they've been killing. Obviously they've been killing. They've been crazy on the offensive side. But what they haven't talked about at all this whole fucking year, man, was defense. Man, it seems like they don't care about defense, bro. That's the thing about the Raptors. If you allow them to score, they're going to score, bro. If you allow them to score, they're going to score, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, safe space in the building. Look at what I see, dog. Hey, y'all gonna hear my son in the background. This is definitely not a safe space. My son running around here grabbing my water bottle. It's not a safe space, my boy. It's not a safe space. But y'all already know what it is. I appreciate everybody up in here. Shout out to Josh. Josh, what's happening, man? What's up in here? So Josh actually says Tatum points and threes. I agree with you, King. I agree with you. We can't go away from what's been working. Certain things you just can't go away from, bro. He's been killing. Why would I go against that? You know what I mean? Like, why would I go against that? And honestly, like MVP right now, if it ends today, you're going to give it to Tatum. You're going to give it to Tatum. If his MVP ends right now, you're going to give it to Tatum. So I agree. Agreed there, bro. Brown and Tatum looking like the best duo so far. But again, we talked about it. Casey said customs ain't no joke, bro. Customs ain't no joke. Let's be real though, man. The Raptors are in a good spot. My boy YC, he said it as well. He liked the Raptors. I think I even seen my boy Razor Sharp picks. He liked the Raptors. I see a lot of sharp people I respect like in the Raptors. And my initial reaction, I'll tell you that. Like, so if I was to do a gambler's first glance, it's gonna be right with the public as I like my first initial thought process is to be a square. Then I look into the lines of the situation. Then it's like, oh, okay, now I can see a little bit more clear. My first initial reaction was to, well, we're getting the underdog spot with this team, smash them. Now I did do that on this card, but I didn't do this in this game because I think that the Raptors may be getting a little bit healthier on the right sides of things. you do have a guy that's been killing before he went out in Pascal Siakam. And then also, we didn't mention, but they don't have Al Horford out there. You don't got Al Horford. You're not going to have the Time Lord as well, and Robert Williams. So I could only go Raptors here. I'm right there with you, YC. I'm with my boy Razor as well. I'm thinking Raptors here. I do know that there will be possibly points scored because the Celtics don't care about defense. They're trying to outshoot you, outgun you. The Raptors, they may be able to hold it down just based off of just the situation, long, like long legs at the end, and then I can honestly see no Malcolm Brogdon being effective, being something that affects these guys in a bad way as far as the Celtics. So I think he's not going to play. That's going to push me towards the Raptors as well. So I haven't locked this in yet, but Raptors is where I'm going here. That's the way I'm feeling on this game right here. And as far as the props, I don't really got nothing besides what KC was talking about with those Tatum props, 3 and points. Got to go with that. And I like the 3 prop with Jaylen Brown as well. That's something that he's been going over at 2.5. I think he's very capable of doing that. He's getting about 7 attempts from 3 over the last 6 games. So I do like that Jaylen Brown look as well. But yeah, man, both teams, I agree with you, Matt Stoney. In the plus 120s, I agree, bro. I think both teams. Siakam too. Siakam, I can see him cooking too, because before he was looking very all NBA-ish, and I know he has like a super max contract to be looking for this year. So if he gets all NBA, he's trying to cook. So Siakam is going to always be a good prop this year, y'all, just based off of the contract incentives later on down the line. So he has a chance of getting some big payday if he hit all NBA. So it definitely, we might get paid with him if we take his props. I agree with that. Yeah, man. This could fly over. I agree. I think that this game right here, bro, like this game right here, this is definitely one of those games that could fly over. We seen it at 228. I think we still got it at. I think got it at 229 now, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. My fucking shit is tripping right now, bro. Tripping hard. All right, so we'll go out of there. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's actually going down 228. So it's actually going down a little bit. Something that we got to keep an eye out on. Keeping an eye out on that. All right, so let's go into this next game here. This game is very interesting. This is where narratives rule the NBA. This game has narrative driven all around it. We keep getting promoted right now through ESPN, through Shams, that the Hawks have some issues with Trae Young, and the coach, as far as Nate McMillan, has a rule that Trae Young didn't oblige by as far as going to shooting round. He had a shoulder injury or something like that. He wanted to skip out on the shoulder injury. He wanted to skip out on the shooting round and continue to get treatment on a shoulder injury, as far as the reports that Shams was giving out earlier today. And he missed the last game, not based off of the injury, but he missed off of just messing up the team rules. And we've seen this happen a lot of times throughout the years of me watching the NBA. Some guys miss the buzz. Some guys just break into certain rooms about being late. There's always type of things that people could talk about guys missing lineup because of this. But a star player typically doesn't come up as much unless you're trying to really prove a point. Maybe they're trying to prove a point. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're trying to prove a point. They did end up winning the game last game, so it kind of didn't hurt them at all. And honestly, let's be real. Trae Young, offensively, he's been doing great on the assist side, but on the scoring part, he ain't been really cutting it this year. He ain't really been doing it like that. Now, I think it's definitely something that we're going to have to key in on, but it doesn't seem like it's going to roll over into this game. I did see something early on before they tried to promote the fucking negativity shit, the narrative shit, that he was going to be cool. He cool with Nate. They're going to play today. He's going to start. It's going to be solid. Everything is going to be cool. So I heard that prior to all that stuff, but obviously we want to continue to keep the narratives alive, keep those things going on. So we're going to try to build this commotion, build all this crazy stuff. And in that retrospect, I think that the Atlanta Hawks going to still smash, be in a good spot here, and be able to beat this OKC team that, again, I think that is still tanking. They are still tanking. Just as much as they show us that they're really good, Josh Giddey could go for triple doubles all he wants. We don't care. Y'all still gonna lose. Y'all still gonna lose. That's how I look at this shit. Y'all still gonna lose. I like the Hawks here though, and I do like the Hawks without John Collins. I believe John Collins is already ruled out. Yes, he's ruled out. DeAndre Hunter has already been ruled out. But the fact that you're gonna get Trae Young off of that kind of shit, and you do have still big men that can still hold and take advantage of how bad the rebounding is for the Thunder. There's no other way that I'm going here besides taking the Hawks. The Hawks, I believe they cover. I believe they cover in fashion. The thing is though, is that what we're gonna do in the prop side as far as the rebounding. I think the rebounds is kind of the interesting part of this game. I think compeller rebounds is something that's appealing to me. So that's kind of talking to me. But the Hawks -6. I didn't lock this one in as of yet, but this is definitely something I'm about to play after I talk to the homies about. After I'm done with these shows, this is something that's going to be on my pocket. That's going to be tweeted out. The Hawks -6. I think that's. I don't expect this to be moving any direction. I think you're getting even action around because you can see it. I got to see my boy in the chat as well. YC said the Thunder can lose but still cover. That's for sure. And he has good stats here. 8-2 ATS as road dogs this season. We agree there, bro. And what we'll talk about too, and let's add context to that. They've been good starting off the year, bro. But we've seen these teams now. The Hornets, the Jazz, and the Thunder all starting to get back on that tanking shit. They know they can't do this so long, bro. They can't be winning these games so long. And this is a team that I feel like that has the narrative driven whole spiel. What's going to look best on Sports Center tonight? The Hawks kind of making this a good show, or the narrative being that Nate McMillan did what he had to do to a star player, and the star player came out, dropped 40 points, and they won by 20. I think that's more of the best play for this to happen. And I think the Hawks are ready, especially being at the house, to be able to hold down and put this down. And this is one of the highest totals of the game, 237.5. So everyone that likes props, don't be too surprised if you still be able to get those, even in a blowout. I think SGA can still get the 30 points. I think Josh Giddey can still go over his rebounds. I believe my boy said Mitch Armstrong, he got the over and a half steals there with the Murray. With Josh said that's good money. Hey man, he been killing, bro. Murray with the kill has been killing. It is kind of juice. It is kind of juice, but it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Shout out to the 1.5 steals at plus 115. That's obviously something that's good right there. I'm sure that's like a FanDuel, DraftKings fucking shit. Shout out to Vegas too. Shout out to Vegas because y'all about to get FanDuel. Shout out to y'all next month. I'm gonna be right there in Vegas for the Super Bowl. We're gonna figure that shit out. But yeah, this is something that I'm gonna be locked in for sure. I may be placing this bet before the Pub Hub show that we got in 30 minutes. So yeah, that's pencil that one in for your boy. Pencil that one in for your boy. The bet that I did make is his next game. I did make this bet, and it's unfortunate y'all ain't gonna be able to get the number I got because y'all see what the number I put there. It was the Grizzlies at the house at -1.5 before the Ja Morant doubtful news, before the out news for Jared Jackson Jr. This was where the line was sitting. I kind of expected that the Heat get guys coming back like Jimmy Butler. I expected Jimmy Butler to play in this game. So even right now that we sitting now, because I got to update this, even now, sitting right now at 4.5, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? From 1.5 to 4, just that fast. And we're gonna switch it like that fast too. Just like that. Just like that quick. It's at 4.5 now because of the doubtful news for Jared Jackson Jr. and doubtful news for Ja Morant, Jared Jackson Jr. being out. I think that you're going to still get Jimmy Butler to come back into this game. Grizzlies have covered 4 of their last 5 games. They have been pretty good. Obviously, it's a big difference in team when you don't have Ja Morant and you don't have Jared Jackson Jr., who's been on the team. What they have rolling out is going to be Santi Alderman. They're going to have Dylan Brooks, I believe Tyrus Jones, and let me confirm because they do have Steven Adams available in this lineup. So Steven Adams is going to be in the lineup, and David Roddy. So You still don't got Zaire Williams. I'm not. I believe you still don't got Zaire Williams. You still don't got a lot of other rotational players that probably would have been able to help you out in this game. So at 4.5 against this Heat team that's going to possibly get Jimmy Butler back. Now maybe they don't play him because John Moran is in, but I think he was en route to playing. I think he practiced last practice. So I expected him to play in this game. And I got a game for you too, LJ. I want to talk to you about this game, my boy, before the next game. I'm gonna skip to the next game. I'll make sure it's the next one. So one thing about the Heat, or let's start here. One thing about me fading the Grizzlies or me taking the Grizzlies, it always has something to do with points in the paint. I've been preaching this ever since John Moran has been in the league because they go strictly towards their offense, towards the paint. They don't necessarily have great shooters. Santi can get there as far as Santi Alleman. He can get to be one of their great shooters. And they do have guys that can come off the bench and possibly put up shots. Don't get me wrong. But they try to get most of their points inside the paint. Now, what the Heat have been able to do over the last, or so far this year, has been holding opponents to 44 points in the paint, which is the number one points allowed in the league so far in the paint. So they're holding opponents to the fewest points in the paint. And that, for me, is enough to back them on the road with all those guys in the lineup. So I did end up locking this in at plus 105 with the Heat. So I can't give y'all the money line now, but I do agree with the line movement, and I still believe that you finding still some more value because Jimmy Butler hasn't been announced in. So this line possibly can even get worse to possibly 6 against a Grizzly team that's going to be predicated to shoot outside when this team is known for playing pretty good defense inside the paint and outside the paint. So I do like that a lot. And shout out to my boy with the updated information. I appreciate y'all with that. Wiggins is considered out right now. I got to keep up with my shit right now. It seems like we have a few. Yeah, him being out right there, that's a big deal right there. So Tyler Hero is probable in this game, but we got Jimmy Butler questionable still. But I think that both of those guys will be in the lineup. And I think the 6, if it gets to 6, I think 6 is still, you might be able to see a double-digit win here. Now, let's talk about this team, though, and as far as the Grizzlies, and it, if you give me a team that's going to have a guy like Dylan Brooks shooting the shots, majority of the shots, I'm going to bet against y'all every time. But if you have Tyrus Jones being like the Jalen Bronson of this team, y'all might have a shot because y'all going to swing the ball. It's going to be more of a team effort. It's not going to be this guy catching the ball and then stopping and he popping. You know what I mean? And that's the only reason why I think that you can possibly still find value in this 4.5. I think that you're going to have a team in the Heat very healthy, hella ready to get on to the winning. And this is a game that they could take very serious here, even though it's being on the road. So, again, obviously, I already got the Heat in my pocket at plus 105 at money line. It ain't nothing I really want to say. Y'all take the money line there, but the 4.5, I would agree with that. And I think that that's a good spot there. So that's kind of what I'll say. But now I got my boy in here. LJ from H-Town, man. Shout out to LJ from H-Town. If you in here, bro, I appreciate you still. Shout out to my boy. So y'all just came. So Houston, let's talk about Houston as a city. Yesterday, the freak man came back in Deshaun Watson. This is not an NFL gambling show or anything, but let's just paint the scenario as far as if you're his Houstonian, I think that's what they call themselves. If you're a Houston native, how do you feel about James Harden coming in the next day after Deshaun Watson comes in and whoop y'all ass pretty much in the second half because he didn't do it in the first half. In the second half, and y'all have James Harden coming back to the 76ers at the same time he's coming back to Houston. You guys are laying 8.5 as home dogs. Total right now is 222. James Harden is back. But Jabari Smith Jr. finally broke the streak. So y'all that's been following me these last week, well, I would say for the year, because we started off the season betting Jabari Smith Jr. over 2.5 threes. But the last week for sure, last Monday we had plus 202 available to us. Right now we're getting plus 148. And we're going back to the well with Jabari Smith Jr. over 2.5 threes. Neither I say more over the last 6 games. He's averaging 47% from three, 2.8 3-point makes on 6 3-point attempts. It's been fading away, been dwindling. But then in that same week, he's guarding the people that's guarding him is Aaron Gordon. As far as the next guy, I believe it was Draymond Green. Both Aaron Gordon's both back to back, and then they had Draymond Green. So now you have Tobias Harris today. You know what I'm saying? So you have Tobias Harris going up against Jabari Smith Jr. My first thought process is out of all three of these guys, I'm more happier to go against Tobias Harris. There's no question. And then we're talking about a guy that hasn't really been getting the looks yet. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been able to get the looks because they've been playing pretty good defense. Last game against the Golden State Warriors, they kind of just got their ass ran out the water. So things aren't going to be the same as normal. You're not going to see the same lineup. You're not going to see the same matchups. You've seen them run more bench through the second half as well. Maybe this game was already getting out of hand. So it's a smart coaching strategy. And if you are looking ahead against another game, you will look ahead when James Harden's coming back, especially if you Paul Silas. I put this in here, Paul Silas versus James Harden, just because of that thought process. Because my first prize is like, man, why is Jabari? I thought Jabari was in there a little too long last game because normally he has more of a rest. But I've noticed that he was trying to keep other guys a little bit more fresher, possibly for this game. Now, Houston can't go out like that back-to-back times, y'all. They can't go out from Freak Man to the boy with the beard that's in the strip club every weekend to come here and do his thing on them. I don't think they're going out like that. Let's talk about the 76ers, though, because they are getting a big piece coming back. And Joel Embiid has already said that they really need him. They need him badly, not only because of Tyrese Maxey is gone, but because it's just the offense isn't flowing as fluent as you would have thought it would have been. So say no more, say no more. It makes sense. Having James Harden being back is going to help their offense out a whole lot. But one thing that the Sixers have been doing really well as of late is defending. They've been really good at defending. They've been top 10 defensive rating since James Harden been out. They've been playing really good in that regard. When he comes into the game, as far as his on and off spots, when he's off the court, the offense for the opponent offensive rating goes up 5 points. Their field goal percentage goes up 3%. So he's shown an impact on 30% of the games that he's been on and off the floor. It's been like 30% of the games that they played so far this year that he's been available as far as the minutes that they've all played. He's been played 30%. I think that's a good enough sample size to show that the offense is getting better on the other side, 5 points, bro, on offensive rating. So I expect the Rockets not only to have motivation, y'all not trying to do the Houstonians like that. Y'all not trying to do the natives like that. And then y'all got the boy coming back, Paul Silas. This is a game I feel like you have to have circled, in my opinion, as a coach. Y'all got to do what y'all have to do and unleash the boy Jabari. Just unleash the boy Jabari. That's all we ask. And we're going to also ask one more thing. We're going to ask y'all continue to do what y'all been doing in the first half. The Rockets are tied with the least home games so far this year. The only team that has the same amount exactly, is the Denver Nuggets. Only 8. This is the 9th one. In those 8 games in the first half, the Rockets are 7-1 against the spread. So we're not only just going to take Jabari Smith Jr., we locked in before the show over. I'm sorry, not over, but the first half for the Rockets, 4.5 in the first half. That's an official play for me. I thought this game was going to get out of hand. I thought it was going to possibly get to 9. Doesn't seem like it's going to make that transition to 9. Doesn't seem like we're going to be able to get the 5s in the first half. But if you do have the 5s available, because I know that the Rockets right now are juiced at minus 124.5 in the first half. If you could possibly just wait for the 5, I wouldn't be mad at you. But for right now, we going back to the well with this one, man. Jabari Smith Jr. over 2.5 3-point makes at plus 148. And we're going to expect there to be some type of pride in Houston today, at least in the first half. They've been covering 7-1 in the last 5. In the 8 games that they had in the first half so far at the house. We're going with the 4.5 with the Rockets. I expect those guys to go the fuck off. Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., KPJ, Sungon. I expect Al P to go the fuck off today. So I'm with the Rockets, man. I expect the defense to be a little bit lax for the 76ers. I expect us to get to this number. I like the over too. I think the offense is only going to get better with James Harden is coming back. So I do like the over as well. But I'm going to key in on the Rockets here. And I'm keying in on Jabari Smith. That's definitely going to be the best bet for today. No question to ask. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all already know it's always love, man. Appreciate y'all, bro. Appreciate you as well, Mitch, for that information. And my boy LJ, he agreed with me. Over 2.5 threes, man. I know my squad. I know the squad been eating with me, so it's all gravy. Hey, the Rockets full game. I ain't mad at you. I'm the only reason why I haven't bet that is because they might be on that Victor Wembanyama agenda as well. And teams like that, I'm not taking full game. I'm taking them first half, and especially when they're 7-1 so far in the first half since they've been here. So that's what we rocking with there. 2 plays right there. Rockets first half plus 4.5. Jabari Smith Jr. over 2.5. And again, I'm most likely going to be on that Hawks play. I'm most likely going to be on that Hawks play. And then obviously I did take the Heat as well. But again, I got that at a better number that's available now. So I'm not going to say too much about that. That's it for that, man. I know y'all got a lot of me on that. I love that game. Y'all can obviously tell. This next game, do I really love this game? It's interesting. It's interesting. I don't really have too much for this game, so I won't really waste any of y'all time here. But the Suns won by 2 points the last time that they played the Rockets. I'm sorry, the Mavericks. And the Dallas revenge tour did start with Golden State, fell flat to the earth when they played Detroit the next day. But then they went to Sunday, which was Sunday if I'm not mistaken, where they played the Knicks, the New York Knicks, and they were able to come back in the second half and do it in dramatic fashion with Tim Hardaway Jr. leading the way, going fucking bananas from 3. He's been cooking, and he made it famous already. He's made it famous already. You have to pay a premium for his 3-point prop right now. His over 3.5 is at -140. You dig what I'm saying? He's averaging about 4 3-point makes over the last 6 games. So he's been doing his thing, but you got to get a premium right now if you want to bet him. So I'm not touching that. The Kemba Walker experience may be starting soon for Dallas as well. So he is game time decision. I'm not sure if he's been listed out yet. I haven't did an update yet. Let me double check. I appreciate y'all in the chat as well. Been giving me updates throughout the chat throughout the show. Appreciate that. But one thing I ain't going to do is go against a team that's actually hot. Now, there are 2 finger roll boys on both sides. We got Aiden on the other side of the Suns, and then we have Christian Wood, who's a finger roll boy as well. He's not as far as alumni as Aiden is, but he's one of those soft tissue type kids as well. So I'm not touching or trusting any of these guys to be as effective. One thing that my guy LJ they put out here, Suns are 3-0 ATS as dogs. Appreciate the information, bro. But again, you got to trust the finger roll boy. But one person I do trust on the Sun side, it's been the guy that's been killing on the offensive side. It's Devin Booker. He's been going crazy. Last few games going bananas. I think it was he's just going crazy in like 90 points over the last 2 games. Just something ridiculous or something around there. Bro, I'm not touching any one of these finger roll boys. That's why I say I kind of don't want to touch this game. I got a lot invested in a few of these other games, so I don't want to jump here into this game. But if I did have to play, I'm going to go Suns here. I agree with you, LJ, with the stat with the dogs. It's just because I don't look at this as that much of a back-to-back. Let's start off there as well. So the Suns are on a back-to-back. They played yesterday. They played today. This is not as bad as a back-to-back as it seems. The last team to do this was the Clippers, if I'm not mistaken. They played the Rockets, and then they played the Mavericks. The Suns, they played the San Antonio Spurs, and then they played the Mavericks. I was just out there in San Antonio. This shit ain't that far away from each other. It's not as bad as a back-to-back as you would think, or at least as bad as a road back-to-back as you would think. So maybe it's priced a little bit too outrageous, especially if guys is going to be playing here. So I'm thinking the Suns if I had to play it. But again, I got to trust the finger roll boy either way I go. So we ain't touching this game, bro. That's just how I feel about it. That's it. But this game, I do got some action. At least I haven't played it yet, but I do. I'm very close to playing this game. No Hallie, no Pacers. Come on now. The Pacers going on the road against the Warriors, -11. Total sitting at 236 and a half. No Hallie for the Pacers, already announced out. Golden State Warriors got guys in the lineup. I don't see nobody being out. I don't see nobody's crazy. We did get the information about Andrew Wiggins being out. But I mean, if they're not saying anybody else is out, and I think they may be able to get Klay Thompson back, and that's Clank Thompson as of late. Let's not talk. Let's not say anything nice about Klay just because KC is listening. Let's not say anything nice about Klay just because KC is listening. No way. But Clank Thompson may be back here. I think he is. No, yeah, I think I have him in. Game time decision is Jordan Poole and Audrey Iguodala is out. Issue here is obviously the Tyrese Halliburton is going to be out for the Pacers, and they have their backup center. I'm sorry, backup point guard who's also game time decision. I believe he was already ruled out as well. And TJ McCollum, let me double check that. I thought he was already ruled out as well. Well, without those two, you're relying on a rookie point guard, who did seem like he did play well with Halliburton in, but once Halliburton was out the next game, he didn't had the same flow to the offense. The pace wasn't the same as well. A lot of shit just didn't look as good to me. So I don't want to trust this team in the Pacers when the offense is being ran by Buddy Hield, bro. We seen what Buddy Hield was doing in fucking the Kings, bro. We don't gotta go into that. Golden State so far has been killing early in the first half at the house, and that's the way I'm trying to look here. I'm trying to think Golden State early in the first half. They're 9-3 ATS, 8-2 over the last 10 games. They've been holding it down in the first half so far. That's the only way I'm thinking, bro. Look at that. Great, crazy stat right here, Joey. Joey always coming with the crazy stats, bro. Mavs 0-10 ATS after a win. That is fucking insane, bro. That is nasty. That is nasty. And yeah, bro, we got to call him what it is, bro. Clank Thompson is his name. It ain't Klay, bro. It's Clank Thompson. That boy throwing it off hard as fuck, bro. What happened to the best shooter? Man, he was the best shooter in the league. God damn, man. What happened to you, Klay? I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, man, I'm thinking that. I'm thinking them in the first half is the way, as far as they've already shown us that they're taking these games as far as getting themselves together. I don't like that Jordan Poole is questionable though, so that's something I wasn't necessarily evaluating all the way. I ain't gonna hold you. I wasn't really locked in on Jordan Poole, the injury right there, but I want him in the lineup, bro, before I play. So most likely I'm gonna I'm gonna wait to how the day goes. I'm gonna see how the day goes, and this could be possibly one of those things that we add. I'm not mad at y'all if y'all taking it right now, though. Again, taking the first half with this Warriors team, I think this is a good smack spot for them. I see somebody else. She said, "Ease up." Well, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up, bro. Hey, Casey, you already know. It's all love, Queen. It's all love. Who gonna play? Hey, if who gonna play? Say no more, Queen. Hey, say no more. And it's all love. You haven't heard me call Jordan Puddle in a long time, Casey. So I'm going Clank Thompson right now. That's actually appropriate. That's actually appropriate, especially because you can't really say too much about the Lakers right now. Can't really say nothing about the Lakers. And shout out to Boss, because Boss did start that shit up about the Laker talk. Damn, I gotta go. Y'all been killing the chat. I appreciate everybody that's been in here, especially my boy right here telling me to drink water, bro. Gun down. Hey, whoever this is, I know this is a homie. And there you go, big dog. There you go. I'm gonna make sure I stay hydrated. So this is the what I want to talk about. Because I haven't been able to talk positive shit about the Lakers in a long time. Oh, it feels so good. Feels so good. We can actually see some positivity on the TV screen about the Lakers, bro. Even my boy DJ Big Boss, the known Laker hater who still owe us money, still owe us lobsters. Fuck the money. Still owe us lobster. Still owe us lobster because the Lakers won championship in 2020. Shout out to my boy right there. Still chaos. What's happening, bro? Still chaos, man. Happy to have you in here, my boy. But yeah, man, the Lakers, bro. We've been doing pretty damn well, man. It feels good. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. It's nothing else to say. It's nothing else to say. They ain't did shit. There's nothing else to say. But yeah, so far, the games that we did, the bets that we locked in, I did lock in the Heat at plus 105. Obviously, that's not the available price right now, but I do endorse the -4. I think it's going to go to 6 once Jimmy Butler gets announced in. So I do like the Heat. I do like Jabari Smith Jr., of course, obviously for a lot of reasons. Bro. It's only right. It's only right there. Yeah, man. He owes us the lobsters, dog. You already know, dog. He owes us the lobsters, bro. But yeah, Jabari Smith Jr. over 2.5 3-point makes at plus 148. We're going right back to the bank with that. And I'm going to the bank with the Rockets as well. Houston ain't going out like that 2 days in a row against guys, former stars, getting revenge games back to back consecutive games. It's not happening, especially when the guy that comes back gets the offense better by 5 points. So it's only right, man. Only right. We're going Houston in the first half. 7-1 against the spread at the house in the first half. Give me Houston plus 4.5. I think we can possibly wait to get the 5, but I didn't. I got the 4.5. That's the official play for me. And other than that, man, oh yeah, and again, we're gonna possibly be on that. We're gonna be most likely on the Rockets. I'm sorry, and the Hawks -6. But yeah, other than that, that's it. Homegirl said I said bye 6-7 times last time. I'm only gonna say it bye once. Other than that, peace, man. Back on here on Friday.